Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday morning. I'm actually up in the morning. Woke up today at like 9 o'clock. Had a scary movie on the TV, thanks to my awesome wife.
All time is based on perception.
Made my daughter and me some pumpkin spice. What are you looking for, babe? Something in the car? Sorry. Pockets is looking for stuff. Good morning, Mr. Blades. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy October. Happy October, everybody.
Happy October.
It is finally here. We have waited for this month literally
I'm so excited.
all year long.
Tomorrow I am wearing the most spooky outfit I can. Okay, I'm gonna put on mine.
Tomorrow I have to go to work, so I can't do that. But I
You
will.
can wear your pumpkin suit.
I will wear my spooky suit on the inside.
On the inside.
On the
You'll always wear your
inside.
spooky suit.
It's always Halloween in my soul.
It's always Halloween in my husk.
Good morning, Grim. How are you?
Good morning.
So happy October is here.
October's great. I wonder what the Father, you know how when we played the test fire for Splatoon?
Yeah.
It was like spot test.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. You have to choose.
The Halloween fest. Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a spooky one. At least I hope it's gonna be.
That's cool.
They might not do it, but they might.
Happy October.
Happy spook.
Felt good to ring in the holiday season last night with Confronting Evil, which is now back. Confronting Evil has returned with season 2. I know there are at least a few people out there that have not seen it yet, so I will try and avoid spoilers as much as I possibly can. I am sorry that what you were all waiting for, you will still have to wait a whole nother month for, but as far as the big reveal goes, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. There is a lot of implications there, so good stuff. Good morning and happy October, Sir Malcolm. How are you? Yeah, I've been in the spooky mode here for a while. I've been writing Halloween stories off and on throughout the summer. Like I said, taking on that new job, trying to get my car situation under control. Halloween videos actually kind of got away from me this year. I usually have everything done by the end of September, minus like the bigger Halloween stories. This year didn't get a chance to finish that up until yesterday, October 1st. So right after my, target deadline. We got most of the 13 days of Halloween done. Videos made up, ready to go. Just need to do the live action intros and outros because, as you all know, every video for the 13 days of Halloween is features live action intros and outros and sound effects, and they all, whether they're long or short, they all get that full Saturday production value. So, I'm feeling very creepy. I was up till 4:30 in the morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, putting together 10 of the 13 videos. And then last night I was up until 3 in the morning writing acting scripts for all of these videos. So that after Blood and Beans today, I can go retrofit my recording studio and get everything all squared away by the end of today and have everything I need to finally wrap all 13 of these stories up, minus one story I have left to read next weekend, and we'll be good to go.
Yeehaw, man. Yee heckin' haw.
So I am in full steam here with the spooky season. I feel my pumpkin powers returning. I don't know if it's because of October and its fast approach, or if it's because of all the pumpkin spice I've been consuming. I have been consuming ungodly amounts of pumpkin spice.
As you should, man.
My goal is to be a pumpkin by the end of October.
I feel like that's everybody's goal ever.
Yeah, but I'm going all out. Pumpkin spice donuts, pumpkin spice muffins, pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice ice cream, pumpkin spice everything. I mean, it's not pumpkin spice, it's apple cider. Oh, I know. It's already back. The ice cream exists. It's there. The night owls are real. I got my booth all ready to go for HorrorCon in VR. Well, VR chat. Now, if you don't know, HorrorCon, it does have the option to attend in VR if you have a computer capable of VR and you have a headset that is, obviously will work with the computer and get you in. You can't get on with a wireless Quest. At least you haven't been the past 2 years. Wasn't compatible with it. So I don't know if it's going to be that way this year again. But VR chat is completely free. It's through Steam, which is also completely free. And you don't need to be in VR to play it. You can play it right on a desktop computer or a laptop as long as it's powerful enough. And I don't think it needs to be too powerful. And it's just like playing a game. Use arrow buttons to walk, use the mouse to move your head around and look around. And it's going to be a lot of people there, artists, authors, game designers, all kinds of content creators,
It's
big,
very fun,
small.
very spooky.
It is a lot of fun. I really like going to the horror convention every year, and this is the third horror convention. I actually met Somber Puppet at my very first one that I attended, and once again, I will have a booth again this year. So I will be at VR HorrorCon, typically probably standing at my booth when I'm online and talking to people that walk by and explaining books and stuff like that. So it is going to be a good time. It is taking place between October 28th and November 2nd this year. So it's going to continue on a little bit after Halloween into the week, which is going to be pretty interesting because I'll actually have a little bit more time too after Halloween. So I'll be able to attend at night after work, of course. But yeah, should be a great time. And good morning, dog lover. How are you? Thank you for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Happy October. So we've had horror movies on the TV now for about a full month straight.
Not really.
Haven't really gotten into the real good ones yet. We've watched a couple Friday the 13th, a couple most of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Haven't watched any Halloween movies, though we usually save them for the latter half of this month. I've had Night of the Living Dead on in the background, but I wouldn't mind sitting down and actually watching the original Night of the Living Dead again. New Hellraiser movie comes out October 7th. I'm really fucking stoked about that. I responded to Dog Lover. I said good morning. And pumpkin spice is the bomb. I know some people aren't a big fan of pumpkin spice, and I wasn't for the longest time, to tell you the truth. I'm really still not a fan of pumpkin pie. I don't like, as much as I like pumpkin spice, I don't like pumpkin pie.
The pumpkin pie.
I really didn't get into pumpkin spice, though, in general, until I was working third shift construction at a grocery store during the fall. And basically from 9:30 at night until 6:30 in the morning, I was surrounded by everything pumpkin spice. Any snack, any coffee drink that I wanted to get, the allure of pumpkin spice was always right there. You could always smell it. And I think it kind of grew on me like an acquired taste, like scotch. And now I absolutely love pumpkin spice. I don't usually drink or consume pumpkin spice outside of September and October. And that's about it. But when it hits, it hits. And I hit it hard. October is 80s slasher movie month. Yep, we watched the Chucky movies, we watched all the Friday the 13th, the rest of the Nightmare on Elm Streets we haven't watched yet, the Halloween movies, the Hellraisers, the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. We gotta feed Grandpa. Yeah, lots of good movies coming. I also want to watch Day of the Dead. I was watching something last night, reminded me of Shaun of the Dead and a zombie impersonation that Shaun gives. And Shaun's zombie impersonation that he gives in that movie is not just a zombie impersonation. His impersonation is a spot-on bub impersonation. Oh, that's what it was. Somebody said, have you ever seen a zombie use a gun? And I said, yes, Bub. This Bub used a gun. And if you don't know who Bub is, I'm going to have to recommend that you educate yourself and go watch the original Day of the Dead. You will not be disappointed. It's an excellent, the original one, not the remake, which has nothing to do with the original at all. Yeah, not a big fan of pumpkin pie, but the reason, like pumpkin spice isn't pumpkin flavored. It's the flavoring that they put in the pumpkin pie. It's everything but the pumpkin flavor itself. So that's what I've gotten accustomed to.
How
But
is it going to be a pumpkin then?
because it just does.
But it does. But it doesn't.
It does.
doesn't, though.
No, because it appeases the pumpkin gods.
No.
And I have proof because I'm literally regaining my Halloween pumpkin powers exponentially by the second as we speak.
No.
I'm about to go pumpkin Super Saiyan over here.
But you're not, because it's not even pumpkin. It's just lies.
Okay, then don't drink the pumpkin spice.
It's good, but it's not pumpkin.
It is.
Then.
It's essence of pumpkin.
It's not even essence, because there's just no pumpkin. It's just essence of air and potpourri and other various scents.
You can explain that how you want. All I know is it works. Whatever replenishes my fear tank.
You know what we need? Spooky candles. We need Halloween scented candles. I almost said flavored.
Could do that.
Hot candle wax, my favorite.
Yep, not a big fan of the pumpkin pie. But that's okay. I don't view pumpkin pie as a very October-y thing. It's more of like a Thanksgiving thing. And I like Thanksgiving, but like pumpkin pie is... It is, I know, but I just don't... I've never viewed pumpkin pie as an October-y, Halloween-y dish. It's always been, like, after October. Like, after you smash all the jack-o'-lanterns, then you make the pie. I mean, that's how I've always viewed it. Either way, I'm a big fan of pumpkin spice. Pumpkin everything. Going to be a pumpkin by the end of the month.
I'm no longer going to have a father. I'm just going to have a pumpkin.
You're going to have a pumpkin dad.
Does that mean I have to carve you on Halloween?
Please don't.
Please don't.
I need help with the eye.
Yep, that's what we always watch on Halloween night is the original Halloween and Trick or Treat.
My favorite.
They are
ever.
always our Halloween night traditions. Like, even when we watch all the Halloween movies this month, I typically skip part 1. And if I don't, then we watch it again on Halloween night. Because it's tradition. I've always watched Halloween
like
on Halloween. It is, right? You trade candy and watch Halloween and Trick or Treat and munch on all your loot and awesome.
Your loot.
Now, also, keep in mind, too, that the Halloween special is going to be later than the other videos that I premiere. And good morning, Somber. How are you? I said pumpkin, mofo. Cheers with the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin!
But, like, the Saturday video, like, how the Halloween marathon's going to work is all of the stories, whether they are longer, there are some that are longer, most are typically shorter tidbit sized. Those will all be, not premiering, but they will be releasing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just like the Tuesday tidbits and the, sporadic Thursday tidbits release at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The Halloween videos that fall on Saturdays, and there's 2 Saturday videos in the lineup this year, those are going to premiere 8 o'clock as usual. So basically the times for those are going to stay the same as, dictated by their respective days. But Halloween, as we all know this year, falls on Monday. And just like with all other years that I've done with the Halloween videos, the Halloween night premiere is going to be later than 8 o'clock. So Monday, Halloween night, the Halloween special will premiere at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, therefore, giving everybody a chance to go on out and go trick-or-treating and have some fun with their festivities. Now, I know, like, some people in California, that's still going to be, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? I'd have to do the math, and it's still kind of early. I think it's 7. Which gives them a fighting chance to get their trick-or-treating done and stuff like that. But the reason I made it later like that is just to make it a little bit easier for basically everybody overall. So don't need to rush back to your homes or wherever you enjoy.
And luckily, even if you don't make it for the premiere, it'll always be there.
Oh, yeah, it will, for
That's the
sure.
power of YouTube.
For sure. But as we were talking about last night, is some of the videos we were discussing, like Confronting Evil, would have been about as long as an actual episode of a TV show if it had commercial breaks in it. And I said, well, if you watch it after the premiere, it does have commercial breaks because it has ads. And then Shiloh said, well, that's the benefits of being there for the premiere. So if you would like to see the Halloween special, commercial free, it'll be 10 o'clock
It's like
Eastern
piracy,
Standard
except
Time
better,
on
because
Monday.
it's legal.
Hey, Evil Outcast, how are you? Good morning, happy Sunday, happy October. I tip my spooky beanie to you, good sir.
Your spooky beanie.
It is.
I tip my spooky dinosaur.
Oh, I love this Friday the 13th beanie.
Spooky beanie.
This thing's like my extra scalp.
I don't think anybody needs an extra scalp.
I do.
You do.
Just like I
Because
need
you're
an extra
old and
flap of
old.
skin on the back of my neck. Should have been born with a hoodie.
I also have a flap of skin. I put my onesie on backwards today. I don't even know how I did that.
Onesie?
Yeah.
Are you a baby?
Onesies
Are they footy
Mom has
pajamas?
a onesie.
They're not footy pajamas, are they?
No.
Okay. You're making me nervous there, kid.
What do you mean?
I was playing with you.
I don't like them.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Footy
How are you,
pajamas.
Evil Outcast? Sending out Halloween invitations too. There will be a Halloween party in my Discord. This year it's going to be on October 22nd, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be right after the premiere for night 11 of the 13-day marathon. Like I said, it'll be a Saturday. I sent out a bunch of invitations last night to a lot of people on my Discord and a lot of people in Twitter and stuff like that. But like seeing some of you here today, Malcolm, Evil Outcast, stuff like that, makes me realize that there are still a lot of people that I missed in sending out this Halloween party invitation to. So if you guys would like to join the Halloween party, please just get a hold of me, message me on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, whatever. I'll be happy to send you the invitation card. And it kind of explains, what it is, when it is, where it is, how we're doing it, why we're doing it, stuff like that. But real quick, basically, like I said, it'll be October 22nd. Starts at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time after the premiere. You got to download, basically, there's a teleparty add-on you can get for Google Chrome, so you can like stream Netflix and
Why don't
Hulu
you
and stuff
just
like
do
that with
Google
friends.
Meets?
Because I'm going to do voice call in Discord.
But you could just do Google Meets and then have the voice in Google Meet. And
Because
then everybody can access it.
with the video,
Yeah.
I don't think everybody can access Netflix.
You can if you share your screen.
Oh, maybe Shiloh will teach me how to do that. But how we did it last year anyway, and how the instructions say on the invitation, is you get the teleparty add-on for Google Chrome, and then basically just attend my Discord. There's actually a channel in the Discord server that's for the Halloween party specifically. I'll be posting links there to the Netflix movies that we're watching. Basically, you just click the link, sign in, and talk with us. Or you could just sign into your own Netflix, watch the movie with us, and use the Discord and the voice chat feature in the Discord to communicate with everyone while you're watching the movie with us. So it is pretty lax. The only thing I really ask is that everybody wear a costume and take a picture of said costume and post it in the server.
Even if it's just like
It
ears.
is a Halloween
Or
party.
like a hat.
Also on the invitation card, there is a recipe for the party's signature drink called the Drunken Pumpkin. It's absolutely delicious, and I do recommend you try. Even if you make a non-alcoholic version, it should still be absolutely fantastic. The onesies Shy's talking about, dog lover. Yeah, I know, they are comfy. I actually wouldn't mind getting a set of
Jason onesies.
the whole long john thing. Jason onesie would be cool. I have the hoodie with the zip-up masks. I mean,
That's
that
not a
works.
onesie.
No, but it's amazing.
it's not a onesie.
Not a problem, Evil. I just wanted to extend the offer. If any of you, even any of you that are interested in coming to the Halloween party, that might be watching this video after the fact, again, just, get a hold of me on either through email or any of my social media links, and I will gladly send you an invite. The more the merrier. Last year we had an absolute blast. It was really a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. There was there was a lot of people there, but there was 10 of us on voice call all talking to each other, and we watched, I think, 3 different movies, and we were drinking Drunken Pumpkin, and it was just a really good time. Understandable. The only reason why I choose Netflix Dog Lover is so that way,
There's no ads.
well, there's no ads, and most people, that's what most people have. It suits the majority of people.
That's why I'm saying go on Google, because if you don't have Netflix...
And if Shiloh might be able to go ahead and work up a different way that we can do this, and then I'll just post a link to something different.
Movies with my friends.
So she'll probably set that all up for me, for that as well. But either way, if for some reason we can't go Shiloh's route through Google Meets, I'm sure one of us or even myself could always share the Netflix passwords. That way you'd be able to sign in and watch with us. Whatever. And watch with us. Shouldn't be too much to get you in. But like Shiloh said, we might not even be using the teleparty thing, and that way anybody can just click a link and watch the movie with everybody else. So, might just be doing that.
And it would all be watching it at the same time, too.
So, the Drunken Pumpkin is fantastic, Mr. Evil Outcast. It is a full bottle of rum. Soak cinnamon sticks in the rum for 2 weeks if possible. 3, 4, 5 cinnamon sticks, and just let them sit inside the rum. A bottle of apple cider, half gallon, a bottle of cranberry juice, and a bottle of ginger ale. You're also going to need a really large pumpkin, and you're going to want to hollow it out. Don't carve a face or anything in it, but take the top off and hollow it out. Basically make it a big punch bowl. Take all 4 bottles, the cider, the rum, the ginger ale, and the cranberry juice, throw them in a big pot, and put it on the stove and heat it up. Don't boil it. Don't boil it because it burns off the alcohol. But bring it to, almost a boil. Make it hot. And then once it's hot, dump the contents of the large pot into the hollowed out pumpkin and serve warm. It tastes like warm cinnamon cider, and it is absolutely freaking amazing. I love the Drunken Pumpkin. Somber, yes, Somber tried it last year. He took the recipe off the card, gave it a try, and I remember him talking about that for a few days as he was drinking Drunken Pumpkin, playing with me in VR and stuff like that. So, comes highly recommended. Google Chrome is the same as using any other web browser, Dog Lover. Any other web browser.
Oh, yeah. And if we do the Google Meet thing, there'll just be a link that you have to click on, and that should be it.
Yeah, you might not even need the Google Chrome. But either way, I would recommend at least being prepared for a teleparty if possible, if that's the route we have to go. So I would still, if you're planning on attending, make sure you try and download Google Chrome. It's just a web browser like any other web browser. And then just go to teleparty.com and download the add-on and have that put on Google Chrome. And it does that automatically when you download it, and then install it. It adds itself to Google Chrome, so it's really easy again. And then that's it. Then all you got to do, you don't even got to sign in to Discord through Google Chrome. You can take the link and copy it, and then go back to your Google Chrome and just paste it in. So I would just be prepared to go that route in case we can't do the Google Meets, but we probably will. So that way I can show whatever freaking movies I want to watch.
Haha, take that, world.
And want to share with you all. Because I've got some movies.
You could even put stuff on the DVD.
That's Dog Lover. It might not be for you, but it's definitely for everyone else.
Sad.
Well, not everyone else maybe, but everyone else that's tried it.
You can even put stuff on the DVD if we do the Google.
Yeah, I know.
And put it on there. Be cool. Be neat. Be chill. Cozy.
It's good. I'm guessing Dog Lover does not like apple cider. It's fine. Not everybody likes
Excuse
apple.
me.
The apple of the cider. Lucas Jimenez, how are you? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy October.
Have a cold, and if you've never had it hot, have it hot, and then try the two, and see if you like.
Yeah, but you still might not like Drunken Pumpkin.
I know. Oh well, yeah. I didn't like the Drunken Pumpkin.
Yeah, you weren't fond of Drunken Pumpkin.
No.
So that's true. So Shiloh.
It was a virgin one.
Shiloh did try a virgin Drunken Pumpkin, and she wasn't too fond. I still think it didn't, because it didn't have the spice from the rum and the cinnamon in it. I think that's what really
Wait,
changed
you didn't
it.
Cinnamon it? You didn't cinnamon it?
I think I put one thing of cinnamon in there for you and boiled it with it, but I wasn't able to soak it in cinnamon like I did with the rum. The rum tasted like a bottle of cinnamon, but yours, I just had to put a cinnamon stick in it and boil it, so it probably didn't seep in as much as I wanted it to.
Sad.
Apple cider
You
is
could've just
amazing.
made me one and boiled out the alcohol.
Hard apple cider is also amazing. I've also tried like homemade hard apple cider. It is very, very good. It's called Applejack. It's fantastic. Drunken Pumpkin it's an actual witch's brew. I would actually be remiss if I did not mention this. My wife might be upset with me because I actually took it from one of her Wiccan books. It's a witch's brew. It was a recipe that was in the book, and we tried it, I don't know, like 5-6 years ago, and love it.
And ever since
So
then,
when you are making this Drunken Pumpkin for your Halloween party, just remember, it is a legitimate witch's brew.
you may bring the curse upon yourselves of the drunkenness. That's the side effects. It's like
Boil,
a potion.
boil, bubble, and toil.
Goyle. Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Gardsnoil. Bibble bubble. I don't know. I was gonna say Biden.
Oh, I've been celebrating since April. I absolutely
Halloween's
love
over.
Halloween. I have to start thinking about Halloween in April. I usually start writing in like May or June, sometimes even earlier. Usually have these videos starting to be whipped up in August through September, and then getting everything finalized and uploaded in the beginning of October. So yeah, it's been... But I definitely carry the Halloween season for 2 months. It starts for me in September. I really do start getting into it in September.
I
But
think we have Halloween at least until Thanksgiving.
usually. But I know once October hits, like, even I feel it, like, amp up. Like, I try really hard to stay in that Halloween spirit or get in that Halloween mood. And I'm usually really successful at it. Like, it's not a big stretch for me.
Father brings the holidays.
But man, when Halloween hits, it's like I get hit with this surge of pumpkin energy. And it's just like...
It's like you just hit with a beam.
Make the spooky.
Pumpkin
I'm
beam.
going to go make scary. And like, I get into it. I really, really love October.
I wish we decorated our house.
It's
more
my favorite
for
holiday
Halloween. That'd be
by
really
far.
neat.
Like, I like Christmas. I love New Year's, but Halloween is by far my absolute favorite holiday. It's the only time of year I kind of really fit in. Like, every single year, and this has happened every year for the past, I don't know how many, more than 10, more than once in October. Every year when October rolls around, I will go to the store and go whatever. I'll buy something at the gas station, or I'm picking up groceries at the grocery store. I'm walking through a Halloween aisle at the Family Dollar. And
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
somebody comes up to me every single year, more than once, at least 2 or 3 times every October, and says, "Oh wow, don't you look all dressed up for the holiday? You look festive." Because I'm wearing like my Jason shirt and my Jason hat and like all these different like horror
Do you
themed
remember
things,
that
and
one-
I look at them every year and say, "No. These are just my normal clothes. This is just the only time of year that I fit in." That's just normal Tuesday wear for me.
There was this one time where we were in Family Dollar, and like Dad said, we were in the Halloween aisle, and this one lady came up to the both of us because we were all very quote-unquote festive, Joke's on her. And she was like, wow, you guys look very spooky, and look, you match. And I see you've got that Freddy shirt, and she pointed to Dad's Jason shirt, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I was not happy about. No, it wasn't the shirt. I was wearing a Jason shirt, and she walked over to the hockey masks and said, "We have some Freddy masks over here."
Oh yeah.
And I just about lost my fucking shit. That's something that gets under. That's a
man.
pet peeve of mine, man. That really gets under my skin when someone calls
Freddy
Jason
masks, Dad.
Freddy.
Freddy masks. It's like the same thing as calling Link Zelda. It's like the same thing as calling Link Zelda. It is the same exact energy. I hate it.
You continue the stream. I have to go talking.
Father's on a quest.
I'm questing.
He's
Don't
questing.
get in the chair. You'll knock out the internet.
Don't get in the chair. I'll knock out the internet. I'm gonna stand with the cat in my hand. I'm getting in the chair. Don't tell anybody. Shiloh in the chair. Oh, but yeah, that happened. It was really funny, and I made fun of Dad for like 2 days after it. It was great. Gotta get those Freddy masks, kids. See, I didn't knock out the internet. I didn't do it.
The child has literally created a blockade.
The
Yeah,
spooky corner.
Freddy masks. Good morning, leader. Freddy masks. Can you believe that? Here's some Freddy masks on the wall. Like, to me. You said that to me. It was everything I could do to get out of that store without going up one side of that person and down the other.
Father. It was really funny. Because we were getting like this.
It was the lady at Family Dollar, one of the clerks that was stocking the shelves. And it's not... It's a really common thing. I see that happen all the time. I've always heard somebody say that. I mean, that happened the other day at work. What's that, a Freddy ring? Like, no. And good morning, Manny. Didn't see you pop in. How are you? But, yeah, that irks me. Oh, it irks me.
It irks you. You turned into like an angry octopus. He's making this very upsetty spaghetti face. It's amazing.
Freddy versus Jason does confuse the normies. They just don't know. You try and explain, but
And then they don't listen.
they don't
And
they
they're
don't
like,
get it.
They don't get it.
Yes, Jason, the creepy guy in the sweater that likes killing younglings with a knife hand. Exactly, and it's that stuff I hear all the time.
It's upsetty spaghetti. We can't have this.
That's awesome. Dead Space is a good set of games. I've actually been playing through Bayonetta 1 and 2 here and there. Bayonetta 3 comes out on October 28th, and I am really freaking excited. Been waiting very impatiently since 2017.
Dude, if I was the president, I'd make sure everybody in at least America knew about the difference between Freddy and Jason.
Everybody should. It's literally like confusing Dracula and Frankenstein. Seriously,
you're not wrong.
it's no different. They are just as famous of horror icons as Dracula and Frankenstein. And they are also just as different as Dracula and Frankenstein. There is no reason to confuse Freddy and Jason. The only thing they have in common is they kill people.
I kill people all the time.
Yes, false fans. And that's awesome that Lucas Jimenez, he understands. He gets it.
He should.
He said witch time, baby. That's, yep. So you know the anticipation I've been feeling since, for the past 5 years? You feel it, and it's finally here. Like, October 28th is like, it's this month. Bayonetta 3 is less than 30 days away. He keeps scary video games scary by third release. This is true. It is. I agree. Usually as games go on, it's hard to keep them fresh and awesome. Bayonetta is fantastic. The character's fantastic. The storylines are so out there and zany. The gameplay is both buttery smooth and completely on point. Completely on point. It's one of those games that's less of a game and more an experience that you have to kind of play yourself to see, like, you know, witness the epic set pieces and the move sets that you're able to do and the wacky storyline that unfolds. And
oh, you said wacky.
I did. It's great. Those games are absolutely fantastic. And I mean, the first one was a masterpiece. The second one might very well be the best action game I've ever played. And I can't wait to play the third one, because after seeing the 8-minute long gameplay trailer reveal, it looks so good. I need it now more than ever.
I'm hungry. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I mean, it's true. But...
I've heard a lot about the Nier games. Wouldn't mind getting into those either, eventually, but you know me. Right now, my focus is on Bayonetta 3, and I probably won't be removing that focus until after it comes out. I get it and play through it. At least once. At least. I've been waiting far too long.
I say Dad's obsession with Bayonetta is
they're
the
great.
same with Jason.
Dude, they're awesome. No. If I had to choose, dude, Friday the 13th, all the way.
I know.
All the way. Nothing trumps Jason. Nothing.
No, I say it's up there with Jason though.
Nothing. It's actually a point of contention for me, when people say they like the Locust Lake stories more than the Friday the 13th. Part of me is really, really, happy and honored to hear that. And the other part of me,
it's mad.
is mad.
How dare you?
How dare you like the Locust Lakes more than Friday the 13th? They are such a huge inspiration for the Locust Lakes. It almost, to me, and I preach about this all the time, why watch Cabin in the Woods when you could watch The Evil Dead? Why watch a spoof of a great movie when you could just go watch a great movie? I don't understand that. So to my mind, even though it's the Locust Lakes, and I love the Locust Lakes, obviously, but when you say that, it's why watch something that was inspired by something incredible when you could just go watch something incredible? But I also know I shouldn't say that, and I should be honored and be cool, someone holds the Locust Lakes in that high of an esteem. It's a very interesting, it's a very interesting mix of I sense great conflict in myself. There is no conflict, but there is.
Balance to the movies,
not just leave it in darkness.
Blueberry. Sorry.
Pimp Demon. See, I get that, and that does not offend me. It doesn't. It doesn't offend me for you to say that the Locust Lakes are slightly below Friday the 13th. Nothing trumps Jason. I mean, in my mind, I feel the same way. Or at the very least, they are about as close to equal as you can get to equal with the Friday the 13th. I really do love the Locust Lakes. Some of the ones, You Shouldn't Be in the Black Woods, that just has a Friday the 13th Part 2 feel to it. And still has one of the my favorite kill, actually, in the entire series. The bear shit kill. Still my favorite kill of all time. Just a gosh darn summer camp. I mean, that just feels like Friday the 13th Part 7. And it's an hour and a half long. It's movie length. I love it. Breaking the Curse on Locust Lake Part 1. Doughboy's story. I mean, that felt like an incredible mix of Jason X and Halloween Part 2, when it was the old one in the hospital. I love the Locust Lakes, I really do, but Jason is where it's at. That's what spawned all of this. It's what spawned my channel. It's why my avatar looks the way it does. It's an homage to my favorite movie icon of all time. It is Pimp Demon, but I will also accept the because even I will do that anyway. It is the most socially acceptable version of Jason's background thematic chanting. Yeah. When people go it's not actually that. It's actually ma ma ma. It's actually taking Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer. Betsy Palmer's voice when she said, "Kill her, mommy. Kill her. She can't hide. No place to hide." They took the "kill her, mommy" and put "kill ma" through an echoplex and came out as ma ma ma. That's where they got the sound from. But it does sound like and I will accept that as long as people are aware of that difference. Nothing upsets me more than going to a new Friday the 13th movie, sitting down in the theater, and listening to some prepubescent 12-year-old behind me go, "I hope he does the chi-chi-chi-ah-ah thing." No, that's...
Children of this world.
No, people need to educate. Come on, parents, what are you doing? Slashers will always be immortal. I was actually hoping they weren't going to make another Friday the 13th movie, but it looks like they're going to be making one for next year.
I just hope it doesn't suck.
It's going to. It's going to. Look at the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out to Netflix. So I can't say that because the new Hellraiser looks really good. I am really excited to see that. I'm super excited for the new Hellraiser. It looks fantastic. And Jason loses to Hugh Michael, but if it's Lord Michael, nope. I would still say Jason wins, period. But that is me. Then I'm probably a little bit biased. It's okay. Malcolm, see, that is... I chalk that up to just misinformation, and a lot of it goes around. It gets confused. And like I said, I accept that's how it sounds. And that's what a lot of people put in there. And in fact, in part 8, it's actually neither of those. It's actually JJJ. They actually echo Jason's name instead. So it does change sometimes between movies. I think the sound itself is the most important. It's just like I said, if you're gonna go to the theater and sit down and watch it, make sure your children are educated if you're bringing them with you.
And then punch them for not being educated. Child abuse is accepted.
No, I don't condone punching of the children.
I can punch the children. I am the children. Hire me to punch your children.
Luke and your plucky leaks. Yeah, it probably will. I hope it's not gonna suck, but it probably is gonna.
But if it doesn't, what if it doesn't?
The short ones, some of the fan films they've made are absolutely awesome. I agree. Some of the fan films that are out there are freaking fantastic. I was not fond of Halloween 2018. I liked Halloween Kills better. This is my problem with the new Halloween movies. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. Here's my major gripe. Laurie Strode's no longer Michael's sister. Now, I get that because these movies are a sequel of the very first movie, and it wasn't revealed that Laurie Strode was Michael's sister until part 2. So in this timeline, she's not his sister, because that was never, it was just a ghost story. And yeah, I know that John Carpenter is he helped work on these and all that stuff too, but here's the thing. Part of the Halloween movies, big part, was Michael stalking family members, his sister, his niece Jamie. That was the point of the movies. It was the whole point of Michael Myers. Taking away Laurie Strode as Michael's sister is no different than taking the glove away from Freddy, or taking the mask off of Jason, or taking the pins out of Pinhead. It's not the same. And it's something I can't move past. And the first one, I did not like Halloween 2018. I thought it moved way too slow. A lot of the stuff I felt was kind of contrived. And I don't like that they just completely disavow every single one of those sequels that I grew up with and loved so much. Like, yeah, no, these didn't happen. He's not acting. I don't buy it. Halloween Kills was good. Didn't focus so much on that fact, and it was just more like Michael was out and about doing his thing like Michael Myers does, walking around the town of Haddonfield. He wasn't escaping from a mental asylum. He wasn't, breaking into some house in the middle of the woods. He wasn't almost killed by a doctor, and then the doctor put his mask on and became Michael Myers for like 2 minutes until someone else killed the doctor, and then Michael woke up and he put the mask. It was the symbolism. It was just too convoluted. I didn't like 2018's Halloween. Halloween Kills was better. I'm going to watch Halloween Ends. Not going to lie. It's just gonna happen. But yeah, not a big fan of the new movies. I don't understand why they would do that. And that's fine. And listen, to each their own. If you can, I say this even with the Star Wars sequels, if you can get enjoyment out of those films, awesome. By all means, awesome. I have no problems with that. More power to you. I'm actually maybe even a little bit jealous. I would like to get that much enjoyment out of them. I'd like to be able to enjoy the movies. It's just they're not for me. Definitely not looking down on anybody else that might like them. That's fine. It's just, I don't know, growing up in the 80s, going to the movies to see the new Halloween movie that just came out with my family, my brothers, and then they change everything. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. But the only cool thing about it is that Laurie Strode at least was able to come back. Jamie Lee Curtis was able to be in another set of Halloween movies, which is cool, because I liked her in part 1 and part 2, and it was so cool to see her come back in part 7, and it pissed me off when they killed her off in the beginning of part 8, and I like that she's able to come back to the series now. That's awesome. I think that, she's one of my favorite actresses. I think it's great that she came back to do these. It is, and I think healthy disagreement is good. I'm not so adamant in how I feel about the Star Wars sequels or the new Halloween movies, where it's like, if you like those, you don't know what real movies are. That's not true. You get enjoyment out of those movies for your own purposes and your own reasons. That's fine. I have no issues with that at all. And like I said, it's nice to hear that other people do enjoy those movies, because at least they can get enjoyment out of them. That's a good thing to me. It's just they're not for me. Like I said, Halloween Kills I thought was better. I liked it because it was Michael in the town of Haddonfield walking the streets and killing people in brutal ways, and it was Michael Myers doing what Michael Myers does best. So I was cool with that. Yup, Jamie Lee Curtis was in Freaky Friday. That other one with the girl from Supernatural, Cass's daughter, and Vince Vaughn, that it was just called Freaky. It's a horror version of Freaky Friday. That's actually pretty freaking good. I didn't watch that until a few months ago, but that's a good movie. I didn't think it was going to be that good. That movie's really good. Making me want to hop into VR and shoot some clankers. Contractors is a great game. I also have to do a Halloween virtual reality stream this year too. I downloaded a game 10 months ago. I think it's called Dread. I can't remember what it's called. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's spoof. It's supposed to be even more scary, really terrifying, and I've actually been a little bit scared to try it. But I also, and I would have, but I wanted my first time trying it to be recorded and live. So some point in time this month, I will be doing a live stream on my side channel playing that terrifying game for the first time. So, oh, thank you, Pimp Demon. My hockey mask. My spiky hockey pinhead Jason, as everyone likes to call me.
Spiky Jason.
Thank you. I wanted to make an homage to my most favorite movie icon of all time.
I bet you can't guess what that is.
Got me into horror to begin with, but I didn't want it to be the same. Obviously, I wasn't just gonna wear like a Jason mask. So I wanted to make a hockey mask, but I wanted to do it like a little bit different, something that stood out, and that was really one of the easiest ways to do. No, it's not. It takes place in a hotel. It's instead of watching a pizza place, it's watching a hotel at night.
Boo.
So I don't know. I'll check it. That's supposed to be terrifying.
Boo.
Yep. Boo. I've got to step away for a moment and use the little sociopath's room. I'm going to leave the stream in the capable hands of Miniature Lockhart.
I'm gonna glue everybody together. Yeah. How we doing, chat? How we holding up this spooky season? Merry, spooky Halloween, I guess. See, the thing about that is the father isn't technically, I mean, he technically is a character in the Locust Lake. He's just God.
Child, I have returned.
Eggs and hot dogs? I'm leaving. But that's where we draw the line. What?
Actually, that sounds pretty good. It's
That
not too much
sounds
different
weird.
than like eggs and bacon. That's pretty
Do you
similar.
remember when you did the egg hot dog thing? And it tasted all funky because you made it weird?
No.
You did though.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. But it actually sounds pretty
the
good.
Egg in the hot dog?
No, I don't remember that. No.
You should.
No. No more oceanic depths. I have a phobia of, like, the deep, dark ocean. Like, it's kind of terrifying. Dog lovers asking how you're doing.
Huh?
How are you?
I'm spooky.
She's spooky.
I'm feeling spooky
See,
today.
I am so much leaking pumpkin powers from my pores that it's seeping into
I'm
my
like a
child.
pie pumpkin. You know? We gotta pick up some of those so I
We're
can
going
make my thingy.
I know, we're gonna pick one up next weekend when I get paid.
I need more than one.
Yeah, but like that sounds good. I would try like crumbled up pieces of hot dog and eggs. That actually sounds pretty good.
I wouldn't.
I once not once, I've actually done it more than once since then. I make spam crumbles sometimes for eggs. I'll make like eggs over easy, eggs in a basket, or scrambled eggs, or whatever. And then I'll take spam, slice it, fry it. But as it's frying, I cut it up smaller and smaller and small, almost not mashing it, but like almost
It's like bacon bits.
grinding it. Yes, until they're like cooked pretty, not crunchy, but they're cooked, and they're just little bits, little crumbles. Now I just take that and sprinkle it right on top of the eggs, and oh my freaking god, it is. That's really good. So like, I don't know, I kind of approve of this hot dog thing.
Oh, I'm hungry now. Father, can you make me food?
Not right now.
Well, not now, obviously, but like when we're done. We have bacon. Make bacon.
So I am reading the chat. I am scared of the ocean. Not like of water, but like of that bottomless dark
abyss.
beneath me. Like where Leviathan could just be swimming up to swallow me whole, and I would never see it coming unless I put my face in the water and see this giant rows of teeth surrounding me, coming out of the darkness.
Yeah,
Like,
and then I don't think you would even
I'm
like it.
terrified of like something like that. Listen, when I went on a road trip with my brother, we went down to Mississippi, and we were talking to this guy, and we were in Mississippi, and we were talking about the ocean, and he said he used to live out on an oil rig, or not live, used to live on an oil, used to work on an oil rig, where they'd fly him back and forth on a helicopter, like for, he'd work for a month there and then go home or whatever. He said he will never swim in the ocean. And we asked him why. He said because when you're that high above, you can see what's in there. He goes, I've seen things. I've seen shadows in the ocean. I've seen things in the ocean. I will never go swimming in the ocean. And that really kind of brought my phobia into very focused clarity. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I've got enough, adventurous things that I do enjoy. No need to be swimming in the deep ocean. I'm good. Though Somber does like to torture me by purchasing me VR games, such a nice guy he is, that are like, exploring like the depths of the ocean or being in a submarine as it's sinking to the ocean floor. Like, it's kind of terrifying.
Dude, you would hate Subnautica in VR.
And that's really what it is. It's that feeling of uncertainty. But it's not just that. Like, I know what's in the ocean. I not only know, I know what's there already, what we've discovered. Huge-ass sharks and shit. Like, that we know is real. We know that's there. And there's definitely things in the ocean that we don't know about yet. Yeah, I'm good.
Is that why I've never been to the ocean?
No, I mean, maybe. I'm not a huge fan, but, like, I'll take it. It's beautiful to see. I'd love to take you to the ocean. I just might not go swimming. But I probably will, because I don't want you to be afraid. And, like,
I wouldn't want to go in the ocean by myself.
But that's what I'm saying. And I don't want you to be afraid. But, like, swimming off the Jersey Shore and shit, like, you're fine. You're not, like... It's not like we're taking a charter 3 miles offshore and then jumping off the side of the boat into the black water of bottomless
I
ocean.
didn't even know New York had an ocean.
New York does.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, New York City, the harbor connects right to the ocean. But, like, I'm not going to take you to the New York... I said the Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore. I'm going to take you to the New York Harbor. Ew. I do too. I like... Dude, Ghost Shark. I love that movie. It's Sharknado, like, levels of silliness, but I love it. Dude, when the guy, like, drinks the glass of water that contains Ghost Shark, and then Ghost Shark eats him from the... Dude, I love that movie. It's great.
Wait, what?
Ghost Shark, bro. That's great. Yes, you have. Even though I've tried it, you won't watch it. It's Sharknado type silly. It's a very silly kind of movie. It's a tornado of sharks.
Wow.
So, I mean...
Real interesting.
Just think about the logistics of that, man. It's sillier than that. But it's still, like, my favorite silly shark movie is Ghost Shark. I absolutely love that movie. It's great. And it is fantastic. I love Ghost Shark. The kid goes through a slip and slide, like it has one of those shark, like, plastic things at the end, and as he's going down the slip and slide, Ghost Shark, like, comes from the other side and, like, becomes the plastic thing as the kid goes into it and gets eaten by Ghost Shark as Ghost Shark slides down the other end of the slip and slide because he's in the water.
You're very passionate about
It's a great movie. Oh, I did not know that there were, like, actual sharks called ghost sharks, but, like, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes,
squid.
New York has a...
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What?
Dog Lover's asking me if she's surprised that New York has an ocean. Yeah, just gotta, check out the map. It's like Long Island, New York area, like New York City. You have to go down to that corner of New York because the rest of New York butts up against, like, Massachusetts and Vermont and stuff like that.
Anywhere where there's not land, there's an ocean.
But, like, yeah, if you go down, like, New York City definitely butts up against the ocean. It's actually the main reason why it's like the number one trading port like in the world, or at least in the United States. Yeah.
But I mean, it makes sense. For like a while, I didn't know it had an ocean.
Summer's like, I thought that was a slip and slide commercial. No, dude, that was the promotion for Ghost Shark.
It should be a slip and slide commercial.
See, listen. What cured me of wanting to swim in the ocean is like watching Jaws, listening to H.P. Lovecraft stories about Cthulhu and stuff. Yeah, like, I'm good. I'm good. The ocean is cool from like a distance. It's pretty to look at, but there's no need for me to swim in the ocean. I'm actually a big fan of like ponds, creeks. I'm not even a big fan of lakes. Not huge lakes. Like small lakes are okay, but like Lake Champlain, again, take a boat out at the middle of Lake Champlain and jump off the side of your boat, where you have like 600 feet of water below you, and God knows what else is in there.
Not even technically a lake.
Locust Lake. No, that's my favorite lake.
That's the best lake. It had snapping turtles in there once.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't. My brother Adam said it did. That's why the floaty is in the middle of the pond.
I was scared.
Or the middle of the lake. It's because Uncle Mark was trying to catch the snapping turtle out of the lake for Adam, because Adam said there was a snapping turtle in there. The reason that floaty has been in that lake for 3-4 years is because there was never a snapping turtle in there.
I was like so scared to swim in it for 2 weeks because I was like 6.
Yeah. And you've gone swimming at Lawson Lake.
I know.
That place is filled with snapping turtles, like giant dinosaur-sized ones.
And then if I get too far away, you guys are like, come here, child.
Yeah, me too. I'll be talking to the reporters about your silly demise, Malcolm. That's hilarious. Yeah, that would be my position as well. Do want to give you guys a quick heads up. I am going to have a cigarette real quick, and then when this is done, I am going to close out the stream. So if you guys do have any more that you want to put in, any questions, anything you want to know about the 13 days or anything else, by all means, go ahead and type that in. You do have a few more minutes, but I just don't want you to be blindsided when the end does come. Hello, Devane. How are you?
The end is near.
Good morning. I guess now it's good afternoon, but happy Sunday. Happy October. Happy season of spooks.
Woo!
Cheers with the pumpkin spice. I still got a little sipperoo left.
I had a whole cup. Dude, I didn't drink it. I had to keep drinking it. I like inhale it, like Kirby.
I inhale like Kirby.
What do you think, if Kirby were to dress up in a Halloween costume, what do you think he would be?
I'm not sure. That's a good question, though. Absolutely, Lucas. Thank you very much for stopping in. It was really nice seeing you and talking to you, and happy Samhain to you as well.
Those of you...
Yes, and smoke them if you got them, of course. I do like ice cream sandwiches. They're not my favorite thing in the world, but they're definitely not my least favorite thing in the world. Thanks, Mr. Puppet. I very much appreciate that, son of a...
Son of a binger bunger.
Yeah, and those murderous things from the deep, they do not discriminate. Unless you are literally just too small for them to even consider as anything of existence. Like, I don't imagine Cthulhu would pay too much attention to a tiny little human being swimming in the ocean, because we would be the size of, like, an ant. We'd be nothing.
Those of you who are dressing up for Halloween, what do you
yo, I could see you with a Kirby costume. You gotta make it round, though. You have to find, like, I don't know, do something to make yourself,
like... the inflatable ones.
Yeah, the inflatable Kirby one. That would be awesome. You totally should. This year, I'm not sure how many of you saw my my post on the community tab, but I've made a Jacob Treagle mask. Found a mask that kind of looked like the one that I've always been using for my JPEG images of Jacob's mask. Painted it with a wood grain and did the knot hole in the forehead and stuff like that. So I made a Jacob Treagle mask, and I now have, with my trench coat and black hoodies and everything, I have a Jacob Treagle costume from Locust Lake.
My
So
costume just
this year, for Halloween, I'm going to be Jacob Treagle
Jacob Triangle.
for Halloween. I'm pretty freaking stoked about that.
I just got mine in the thingy.
The 13th... What is it? Go ahead.
You can go.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Your thing. What'd you get?
Oh, my Halloween costume just came in the mail, and me and my friend are going as Veronica Sawyer and Heather Chandler from the musical The Heathers. It's very cool, very cool.
That's actually really funny.
What?
It's funny.
Why is it funny?
It just is.
Why is it funny?
Don't know.
Hmm?
No explanation.
No explanation.
13 days of Halloween. So the 13 days of Halloween, I don't really want to get into like everything that I'm doing, like specifically, because as the days roll out,
Murder.
they are a surprise.
There will be death.
The first one, night one, is going to be, a little bit on, longer than tidbit size, maybe not quite Saturday length, probably a good 12 minutes long, something around those lines. A lot of them will end up being probably about 5 minutes, 6 minutes long, about the same size as like a tidbit. Saturday stories, there's 2 Saturday stories this year included in the 13 days of Halloween. Those are obviously going to be longer, 20 minutes to 40 minutes, whatever. And then the Halloween special, not sure, haven't made it all up yet, but it's probably going to end up being about 45 minutes long. There will be at least one ritual story. As you all know already, the ritual story always comes out on Devil's Night, so that's not too big of a giveaway. There is a ritual story coming out on Devil's Night. I do have a big surprise for you for the Halloween special, which does tie in to the Confronting Evil episode that released last night.
Now
So
they're gonna guess it.
they're not going to guess it. They have to watch first.
They're gonna guess it.
It's not... If you take a look at my...
Obvious.
Yes, it's wicked obvious. If you take a look at my track record, go back to my 13 days of Halloween marathons that I've done over the past couple of years, and if you were around for my old channel, if you can remember my Halloween marathons I've done on that. I've been doing 13-day marathons and a Halloween special, at the very least, for about 8, almost 9 years now. So... the Halloween special every year, it's not always the same story, but it's always the same kind of story. I never tell you guys ever what the Halloween special is going to be until the premiere page for it goes up. I never do. But if you take a look at the track record, it's not going to be too hard to figure it out.
Don't tell anybody, but it's blue.
I have 3 costumes I'm wearing this year. More than that, I think, actually. I've got my costume that I'm wearing to the office and to the haunt this year. I've got my costume I'll be wearing to my Halloween party this year. I've got my trick-or-treating costume I'll be wearing this year. I think that's it. But all 3 of them are all different costumes, and I have them all picked out. So, going to be a lot of fun.
I can wear mine too to the haunt, because it kind of just looks like normal clothes.
It happens, leader. Don't worry about it. Really. No, not really copyright. It's hard to explain. I know a lot of people that read stories, they read them from like the Creepypasta wiki and stuff like that. They're generally posted there so that people can narrate them. My old channel was not monetized. I never made a red cent off of anything. Had like 20,000 subscribers, but I never monetized it at all. I did my old channel for 4 years, and I read 3 to 5 stories every single week on my channel. So I had hundreds and hundreds of stories on my channel. Maybe 7, 8 of those were taken from a place called urbanlegendsonline.com. Every story I ever narrated, I credit the author in the title. I'd go ahead and throw a link in the description, and I didn't really think it was an issue. I'm not monetized. If anything, I'm just giving the author free advertisement, right? Free advertisement. So years go by. Now I've been doing this for 4 years, and 3 of the stories I took off of urbanlegendsonline.com in my first year. So we're talking, this is 3 years later. In my first year, 3 of those stories were written by one person. They were written by the same guy. I went on a business trip, came back from my business trip on Sunday, and in my email, I had 3 copyright claims to those videos because the author complained that I read his stories and just reported them. He didn't email me to ask me to take them down. He didn't offer any explanation. This person was obviously someone that doesn't really understand how YouTube works, and they just reported all 3 of the videos 3.5 years after the fact. And because YouTube is YouTube and they don't give a shit who you are, they just, nope, you got 3 strikes, boom, and they automatically terminated my channel. I never had a chance to do anything. I never had a chance to take the videos down. I tried to, I emailed YouTube staff and explained what happened and explained I would make any reparations needed, take down what needed to be done, but I would like access to my channel. And they said, no, it's not happening. And then they just terminated me. My channel, my old one, doesn't even exist anymore. It can't be put back into existence.
In this movie has the
So, and there's no doubt in my mind that losing that channel was a big part of me. I mean, Sociopathic Pasta was a really, really big part of my life. And then just to come home one weekend on a Sunday and it's been ripped away from me, it devastated me. It devastated me pretty badly. There are a lot of good things, though, that have come out of making a new channel. I've been monetized, which is pretty cool. I don't really make anything from YouTube, but it feels good to be able to be monetized. And I've also become a published author. It's something that I reinvigorated myself with, and then when I did reinvigorate myself, Spooky Boo Rhodes reached out to me and explained to me, without me even asking, how I could make paperbacks from my Kindle books. And since then, now, because she pointed that out, I've published 9 books. So,
thanks, Spooky,
yeah,
for the books.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, that's because of her, big part of it. That's why I'm a published author. I've also got a chance to redo a lot of the stories. I've redone all the Locust Lakes. So they've got a much better production value. I've got to reintroduce and introduce a lot of people, new people, to these stories that never heard them before. So there's a lot of silver lining to see to that gray cloud. But that's what happened to my old channel. I was basically shafted. I had no choice in the matter, didn't have a chance to do anything, and because YouTube made their ad changes in like 2019 or whatever, starting a new channel after the fact was, and has been, really daunting. I'm not sure if any of you have noticed, my subscribers have noticed, but you don't get notifications anymore. Nobody does. Nobody gets notified anymore. I barely get notified of my own videos. I still release videos every single Tuesday, most Thursdays, and every single Saturday. Every single Saturday is a full production Saturday video with a live action intro like Tales from the Crypt and a live action outro and sound effects, and they're usually about a half an hour long on average. But nobody gets notified of them anymore. Nobody gets the bell. If they hit the bell notification, YouTube has stopped promoting me. They don't promote me anymore. So I'm hoping maybe someday this will change. Maybe someday I can just live stream pre-recorded narrations on Twitch and maybe leave YouTube altogether if it doesn't ever change.
Twitch isn't good anymore.
But right now,
Twitch is bad.
I know, but
Twitch
right now as it stands, I have done a lot of thinking over the past few months, and none of this stuff really, views, clicks, it doesn't matter as much as I thought. I've made a real difference in a lot of people's lives, more lives than I realized. I've had so many people come up to me and tell me how I've touched their lives in a good way by just doing what I do. And I made a real difference in their life when they needed it most. That's a reward that I never saw coming, and it's literally the best reward. And that happens whether I've had 100 people view a video, 1,000 people view a video, or 20 people view a video. The results have always been the same. So I still do this for all of you and myself because I love it. But there's a lot of good that's come out of this channel. It's really thrown a lot of things in perspective for me and really got me back to the roots as to why I do this to begin with. It's because I love to do it. And I know that you that are here like it as well. And I'm not going to stop.
So. Like, no, we hate it. No,
yeah, no, there's yeah, Malcolm, there's never any notifications, I'm sure. And I'm sure you're subscribed, but YouTube does not give you notifications. Rest assured, whether you're notified or not, there is a new video released 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday. It's usually only about 5 minutes long. It's only a quick stop in, 5-minute listen. Saturday videos always release with a premiere, with a live chat like this. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Saturday nights. Always. Whether you're notified or not, they are happening all the time. So if you can try and keep that in mind, if you want to show up, no pressure. I get people are busy and stuff like that. But keep in mind, if you're not getting those notifications, I am still doing my thing. And those cool stories and chatting experiences and stuff, they are still going on. They're still occurring. So
it's funny how so much happens in the world at like every second. Like no matter what you're doing at a certain time, there's just like a...
Thank you, leader, and thank you all. Thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you all for being here with me. Thank you all for stopping in here today and spending some of your Sunday with me. It means an awful lot to me, and I will never stop doing what I do. You can be rest assured of that, and I'm never gonna sell out. Not saying that, you know, people that have gone different routes, such as like true crime stories or missing 411 stories and stuff. I'm not saying they're sellouts. Maybe that's what they want to do. But when I started this channel, I promised great fictional horror. I write fiction, and I'm not going to change that for views and subscribers. I will be here doing my thing, doing what I promised you all that I would be doing, no matter what. That's a promise. With that, I do have to get going. I absolutely love you all, and I can't thank you enough for being here with me today. I hope you have a fantastic start to your October and the spooky season. I will be bringing you all kinds of awesome videos this month. Got a nice chunky story for you all set up for the Creepypasta Day upload. If you're not sure what that is, Creepypasta Day is October 13th. This year's Creepypasta Day story is coming from Ethan Blades, who sent that over to me for narration and is almost completely done as well. And then shortly after that, on the 19th of October, we start our 13 days of Halloween. All feature live action intros, outros, effects, and get that Saturday production value. A lot of work went into these. I've been up literally all weekend long, and I'm still not quite done yet. So I really do hope that you guys stop in, check them out. But beyond that, please be safe. Stay creepy out there. Absolutely love you guys, and have a fantastic October. Hope to see you this coming Saturday for the reboot story dedicated to all of you, that one crazy subscriber. Love you all, guys. Have a fantastic day.
Bye-bye. Stay spooky, people.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.
And on one final note, Locust Lake in Space coming this year. Not anymore this year, but there's a sequel to that story being written. So fret not. It's coming. Peace out, guys. Love you all. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.